Alrighty. Hey guys. Welcome to our first Torquesteer podcast. Isn't this exciting?
Yeah, I have. We're not really.
We don't know how to do this.
We don't know how to do this, so you're gonna have to bear with us here.
Yeah. But hopefully you stay to just listen to us rant more than the usual.
So I think one of the biggest arguments in the car community here is that the Supra is better than the R34 GTR.
Where do you stand in that argument?
I'm always gonna be Team R34.
Okay. Me too.
Damn it, that's something that we can't fight over then.
Nah, because it's a clear winner.
Yeah, it's a clear winner. It's like it's got all-wheel drive, four-wheel
does.
steering, so it beats it in the track and on the drag strip.
Yeah, the Supra's pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
not
trying
saying
to
it's
discount.
bad.
Actually, no. Have you been in the interiors of in the interior of a Supra?
No,
Oh my God, they are.
dude, I haven't even.
They're
I haven't,
mid.
I haven't even seen an R34 in real life, or an Mark IV Supra. Are we specifying on what?
No, Mark
types
IV.
is Mark IV? Yeah, I've never actually even seen them in person. I mean,
'Cause, like,
I've seen a Mark V Supra, but not.
I mean, here's the thing about the Mark
Oh.
V Supra. The fact is that the Mark V Supra may not be better, but it's equivalent to what the Supra can do, except it's got more technology. And I mean, if we are going to really stem off of this, because we already know who the clear winner is, it's always going to be the R34. I believe that there was a race where there was like an 800 horsepower R34 versus a 1,000 horsepower Supra, and the 800 horsepower R34 beat it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the details are out, so we already know who wins here. So, I mean, another thing is, like, the Mark V Supra isn't bad.
It's not.
It's not a bad car.
They're both amazing. I mean, I'd love to have.
I mean, they're both
one of
amazing in
them.
their own right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
if I could own a Supra, I'd love to own it.
I mean, the Mark V has a lot more features that the Toyota Supra lacked to have. Even, like, basic features in the cars, like the Mark IV Supra, it's all like cockpit based, but also on the other hand, it's like, yeah, sure, you get all these cool controls, but there are none really.
Yeah.
It's just so barren and desolate almost. I think my TT has more features than it does, and it's features that have. I mean, it's just features that have been out for a while too.
I mean, did the Mark IV and the R34 come out around the same years, or?
Yeah, they came
Maybe.
out at around the same time period. I mean, they're both equally respected in their own right. I mean, the 2J is a great engine. I mean, I wish... I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody's probably 2J swapped to R34 and maintained its all-wheel drive system.
Probably. Yeah.
So,
Ooh, just merging both worlds.
yeah, they just literally just stuck the Toyota engine in. And, I mean, the 2J does sound really nice. The RB also sounds really nice, but also it's a little bit harder to actually tune an RB over a 2J, believe it or not.
We're gonna do it. I'm just kidding.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the Toyota Supra's like the 2J is very good for low end torque. So if you're really trying to dig and do a pull, then the 2J is there for you. The RB is more for high end RPM and that sort of thing. So if you're really looking for a land speed record or something, I mean, there's a lot better engines out there. But I mean, if you wanted to start somewhere, it would be with an RB.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of factors. I mean, there's not a clear winner, because I mean, an R34 can be more souped up than a Supra. The Supra could be more souped up than the R34. But I mean, even the look. I don't know about something about the Supra. I don't like it being too round. What I like about the R34, it's its sharp edges. The look of the brake lights. I don't know. It's just a really good aesthetic.
Yeah.
In my
I
opinion.
mean, the R34 also had just, like, cooler features than the Supra, interior-wise and, like, driver-wise. So...
Yeah, as long as they're right-hand drive, I'm all for it.
Did the R34 have four-wheel steering? Or was that the 3000 GT?
Bro, we might be spreading false information out
We
here.
might be spreading false information, folks.
Yo. Nah. You better look that shit up right now. Should we cuss in these podcasts?
Yeah.
Yes? Alright.
We gotta be the
going
most
all
authentic
out.
versions
You know
of
what?
ourselves.
Fuck you, Supra owners. Fuck you. I do love Paul Walker though. His did you hear his Supra was bought by a fan in an auction? Fucking sold that shit. Why would they sell it?
Oh yeah, it totally did. It had high and low speed four-wheel steering. Yeah, so it was adjustable for four-wheel steering too. It was completely adjustable. It was like low speed, it would only go a certain number of degrees, and then high speed it would be like this much degrees of steering instead, because it was mostly for tracks.
That's good.
But I mean, the thing is, I don't know why everybody thinks the Mark V Supra is worse in some form. Now, granted, you probably...
I think because they know that, like, Toyota didn't build the engine.
Yeah.
I guess people want Toyota to build it themselves, but since they worked with BMW, they're like, oh no, I don't want a Beamer,
I mean,
all that.
the thing is, like, Toyota techs will still be able to work on Supras. But so will BMW techs.
And I mean, like,
if
Toyota wouldn't
your whole
accept...
issue was maintenance, then congratulations, you're dealing with a Toyota maintenance team.
Yeah. I'm sure if, like, Toyota doesn't like something, they wouldn't want to put it on their, biggest model. I'm sure they hit BMW in the back of the hand. Yo, we getting audio problems or some shit? What's going on? It's already going to shit. Oh no.
I mean, the Mark V Supra is good in its own right. You can't bore or stroke it. I mean, that I kind of see that as cheating whenever it comes to, like, building your car. Now, if it's racing, then it's like, yeah, go ahead, do whatever the fuck you want. But if it's like boring, I freaking stroked my engine, and it's like, well, congratulations, it's not the same thing. I mean, the engine just acts differently after that.
Yeah. But
Like, it sounds different, it acts different. That's just how it is. I mean, the reason why you can't bore or stroke it, the Mark V, is because there's, like, some sort of liner that BMW puts around the cylinder walls. So it'll, like, heat up the cylinder walls so at a certain temperature, so you can get an even burn from your fuel. So, I mean, that's one interesting thing about that engine. Now, granted, you can put big turbos on it just like any other Toyota Supra. I mean, there's nothing that really changed there.
yeah,
Nothing really changed. I mean, people want to slam BMW because everybody thinks that BMWs are unreliable. But I mean, BMWs don't really care about reliability. It's meant to be sold to people who can continue to maintain the car like a BMW owner and not neglect it.
So, like, keep doing maintenance?
Yeah, like,
on time?
German cars can be very great cars as long as you just put them under regular maintenance intervals. I mean, that's just the thing there. It's like, can you actually take care of the car? And that's why I feel like they didn't make a mistake by allowing BMW to do the engine portion of it. And, like, that sort of, like, pretty much the drivetrain and powertrain, they gave to BMW. The reason why I feel like it's not such a bad idea is because who else would buy a Toyota Supra other than enthusiasts? People that religiously care about their car.
Yeah, I mean, there's a community in that brand, and Toyota wants to keep that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of it was a little harsh, but, I mean, it's still a Supra. I mean, you guys got what you asked for, an inline-6 turbo with the name Toyota Supra on it, so congratulations. It doesn't make 1,000 horsepower from factory, just like the stock Toyota Supra. They make roughly the same amount of power.
Yeah, I mean,
If not, I'm pretty sure the Mark V actually makes more from factory. I mean, that
it's
doesn't.
still a pretty fast car.
I mean, it doesn't factor in the tunability. It doesn't factor in. It doesn't factor in a lot of different things because I mean, BMWs aren't actually that hard to tune. So, it's not that big of an issue.
Wait, BMWs are hard to tune?
No, they're not that hard to tune.
Ah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
was about to say, I think I saw a video where you just plug something in and then there's an app for it and you can tune it.
Yeah.
It might, I don't know if it might be real or not, but I saw it and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, like
Is
you
that
have
easy?
things like what are those cobs that those Subaru owners have? Like it's like those little cobs, and then you like plug it into your ECU, and it's literally like a little data display, and then you just click on the tune you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like already tunes there.
Yeah, there's already stuff there that's preloaded for you, and I mean, that's not necessarily. I mean, I don't really like canned tunes.
On the volume,
I mean, I'll just.
all the way down, and then go to 0.
Hey, this is one take, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's our first episode, so there's gonna be some struggles.
Yeah. So
Anyways.
I mean, I don't really like. I essentially call it a canned tune because it's literally just like, here's a tune,
Just plug and play.
plug it in, and congratulations, you have your exhaust pops more, and wakes people up in the morning. Congratulations,
Oh my
you're
gosh.
that dickhead now.
Can we talk about that? I hate people that have extremely loud exhaust. I hate it.
Really?
I don't like it. Mine's not that loud though. It's really not. You go to I go to UTI. I go to fucking. There's a bunch of cars that have like fucking pops. I like the pops, but it's I don't know. In my opinion, they're way too loud. I might be a boomer. I might just be a boomer. I don't like loud stuff. I'm not gonna tell people not to put loud stuff on to have a loud exhaust. But what's that mean? What does that mean? I can abuse you right now. You're getting abused.
Stay away from me.
Why?
Go move to California.
No, it's
Go move to California.
They can do it.
Go to California.
They can do it. It's just I don't like hearing it. It's gonna pop my ears. I mean, I'm already gonna lose hearing by working in the shop. I don't need to start it right away. They can do it. I don't care. We can Mustang owners, BMW owners, especially BMW.
That's the
owners.
thing. No. It's always the Mustang owners that always get me, because every single one of them either get a muffler delete or a straight pipe, and they all sound the same.
Yes, dude. Yes, that's
like you
it's
are
like,
not unique. Congratulations, you're just another Mustang owner with a straight pipe.
I thought mine was too loud. Legit. I thought mine was too loud. But then I went to school and I was like, yo, these things are breaking my ears.
Well, like some of them are just out of hand. Like I'll be dead honest with you. Like,
See?
some of them are
You
actually
agree.
out of hand. Because
You
like
agree.
there used to be a coworker that I used to, he was my coworker, so obviously I used to work with him. But
I had a coworker that I used to work with.
I mean, this coworker, he completely straight piped his Vortec. It was like a Chevy Silverado, and it was just like, dude, what? No. It was a Vortex, so I mean, a lot of people argue for Vortex. Be like, oh, they make great power, or some shit like that. Like,
Sounds like
oh,
old people.
Junkyard LS, or you know, some like Southern kid that doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh Jesus!
His aunt's probably his mother, so.
Oh, we're targeting her.
They'll be like, yeah, anything with the V8 with the full straight pipe, that's gonna sound dang good, man.
Oh gosh.
So I mean, it's like let me just. It was just so obnoxiously loud and didn't sound good. It was god awful.
Yeah,
It was
dude,
absolutely god awful.
There's a blurry line.
Like there's
like
a little.
there's good and loud.
I mean, it's mostly based off of preference, but also there's like. I only do things to increase performance. I don't do things just because they're cool. I don't get those stupid like hand things that you're supposed to have on those Japanese subways. What, like this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like on those Japanese subways where they have like those hands, those like but then like people have like the heart things.
Oh my God.
I forgot what they're called because I'm not freaking Japanese. So I mean, they use those, and then all of a sudden tuners started freaking putting them all over their cars because a bunch of JDM tuners would do it. I mean, originally it was like, I believe it was like a sign of rebellion because you would just take them off the subways, and you were literally like committing a crime. So a lot of tuners were delinquents, so they would put those in their cars as like, not really status, but for like for face and like sort of showing off that they're a bad boy or whatever. So
Alright, so we had a brief technical problem, you know.
So I guess this isn't one take after all.
I mean, it is technically, because we just stopped what we were talking about, and then...
Yeah, but now I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about loud exhausts.
Oh, yeah, so...
Pain in the ass.
Look.
End of story.
Straight pipes don't sound good unless you have a turbo, because the turbo works as a muffler.
There you go. So, if you don't have a turbo and you have a straight pipe, fuck you.
Seriously, man. Like, people that get, like, open headers, that's even worse. It's like, no, your podunk 94 Chevy Silverado does not sound good with open headers. It does not sound like a NASCAR.
It doesn't.
It literally sounds like shit.
I remember when I was working in a shop, there was this van or SUV that had open headers. It was so loud and obnoxious. It's like, why? I guess they got stolen, like, or not. I don't know. They just maybe have intentionally taken them off just to try to sound loud. It's just,
and like, I mean, there's a way of like getting into cars, but straight piping your car is not. Maybe start with a simple muffler delete. Like, maybe a simple muffler delete might work, that sort of thing, but don't go straight for the straight pipe. Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't even think muffler deletes are...
I remember muffler deletes will get you there shortly, like, but you can tell that somebody tried to do something to their car at least with the muffler delete. And I mean,
if that's the only thing you've done, then
if that's the only thing,
embarrassing.
Well, I mean, not really. Not if you're new. Like, you know, there's probably like 15,
you could probably start somewhere else.
15 or 16-year-olds that are.
Well, see, that's the people I hate.
No. I mean, I don't hate people for wanting to get into the game. I hate the fact that
not that they are getting in the game. It's just that that's their first option. They thought that would have been a good start.
No, because I mean, think of it this way: we're having this huge resurgence of the whole idea that a cold air intake doesn't actually add any extra power. We're also having the huge resurgence of
I mean, it does.
people actually being mad that you have a really loud exhaust. 4 years ago, nobody cared.
No, I barely hear about it.
I mean, 4 years ago, nobody cared. Now it's like there's people that actually do care about loud exhaust. There's actually people that will go out of their way to tell you that you have a loud exhaust and they think it's annoying, even though it's your property and you can do whatever the hell you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, a muffler delete, that's an okay first mod, because it's like, I mean, in my opinion, it's an okay first mod, because it doesn't cost money. It doesn't cost money to do. And if the whole idea was for you to make your car a little bit louder, it doesn't make your car ear-deafeningly loud. It may not sound good, but you'll get there. I mean, it'll sound... It won't sound better than stock, but it'll sound different than stock, to say the least.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're just trying to get your foot in the door with $0, go ahead. Go do a muffler delete. Or, I mean, cold air intakes don't do anything, and, I mean, you're spending more money on a cold air intake.
If you want to get into this industry, and your first mod is something for free, it's not really preparing you.
No, it's not supposed to prepare you. It's just supposed to see if you really like doing it or not in the first place. I mean, if you wanted to be a car enthusiast, then find out with the free trial. There it is.
But I mean, also a car enthusiast doesn't mean you have to work on your car. You might just like cars.
Yeah, you may just like cars, but I mean, for the people that want to get into modding, it's like, yeah, there you go. That's your first mod, and it was free. And then you can just, I mean, would you rather them get that or have them spend a lot of money on something that's totally useless?
I mean, they could start with a cold air intake,
which is totally useless without a tune. In fact, it could actually destroy your performance.
Well, it could go a little bit lean.
Yeah, it'll go too lean, but I mean, you're gonna lose power by going lean. So you end up losing power. Meanwhile,
I mean, if you want sound, you could either way.
I mean, if you wanted sound, I mean, a cold air intake might work, but also a cold air intake and a muffler delete at the same time actually kind of works if you're really trying to get your foot in the door. And I mean, make sure it's not like a short ram intake, because a short ram intake really doesn't help in any situation that you try to put it through. So, I mean, it all really depends on like the year of the car as well, because some of the cars literally have like little scoops or little hoses that literally run from the front of the car all the way to your airbox, and then in through your intake system. So, I mean, some cars just don't even touch them because they're just actually built better.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the engineers built something that was gonna work how they, like, the best they could. The rest, aftermarket things, is just pretty much putting the car to its like real limits.
Yeah, there's a really common misconception. Like, a lot of people think that a tuner is just some 20-year-old that just figured out
how to like jailbreak
just like jailbreak a car. Or like, a lot of people always have that misconception of like, oh, you really think that a 20-year-old pot smoker really thought up a better solution than engineers that have been doing it in school?
Yeah, nah.
No. It's not the fact that they created a better solution. In fact, it can be significantly worse, potentially, with
risky.
Certain mods. Like, I mean, a turbo kit. If your car is naturally aspirated and you slap on a turbo kit made by a formidable tuning company, your car's most likely still going to blow up if you're putting way too much boost through it. So
it's what the components can handle. I mean, turboing a car doesn't mean just, you know, throwing in a turbo. You gotta think drivetrain can it like handle it. The block, like what's it made out of. There's a lot more things than just putting a part in and then saying it's good. Like what you said with the cold air intake, you can't just plop it in there. You have to tune it so it doesn't run lean. So that's why engineers work there. That's why they get paid a lot, because they figure out like what's the best in stock, like what's quiet, what materials can handle like this much power. They think of all of it.
Yeah.
We fuck it up.
We
push it to its like.
And like it's a common misconception that like tuners are just these 20-year-old pot smokers that do this. No, some tuners are actually engineers as well. However, we are trying to do things that will push the car to its limits rather than making the car reliable and able to comply with government regulation. So
it's pretty tight region. Because there's also people that want to just make a car for the track.
Because there's a difference. Because performance requires efficiency in some capacity.
Yeah.
So there's still like that aspect of like you still need to be efficient. A lot of people think, oh well, since I'm tuning my car, all my check engine lights are gonna go. And no, your check engine lights are still gonna be there. Go fix your vacuum leak.
Your vacuum leaks are pretty big.
Vacuum leaks are very big in tuning, especially in tuning.
Yeah.
Because if you just can't idle right, then you're not gonna pull right. That's just plain and simple. So it's not a bunch of 20-year-olds that did all this stuff. Like Carroll Shelby, when he worked on the GT40, I'm pretty sure he didn't even have his degree by then. I'm pretty sure there are interviews with Carroll Shelby where he's like, well, I always make sure I let my team know that I am not an engineer and they should not take any sort of engineering advice from me. So he knows, but he managed to make some really fast cars. I'd say so. There's a lot of people out there without engineering backgrounds that have created very, very fast cars. And there's going to be, like, this little area when it comes to tuning your car. There's stock, tuned, and then you have, like, race car build or something. But ultimately, if we just look at all three of those things, we could actually break it down into two categories. Drivable and undrivable. What is undrivable? Like, what is too much power? What is just enough power that you're able to actually drive it? And it's not even a power thing. It's like certain components in race cars are used despite the fact that they break down very easily because they just work better. They work more efficiently. However, they just work really efficiently in a smaller bandwidth than consumer cars. So, for example, metal bushings for suspension components. That is 100% a racing component. You will want that for racing.
You cannot drive that in the streets.
You can use it in the streets, but they will wear down very fast.
Yeah, no.
So, they're great. They're absolutely great. You'll feel the drive. You'll feel the drive and everything. You'll definitely feel the drive. But
it's metal, so
it's all metal. So you're gonna feel everything. You're gonna be able to respond with the car a lot better, but also on the other hand, it's gonna brake a lot easier, and that's what I mean. It's like, let's go back to the whole turbo analogy where you get like a really good turbo kit from a formidable tuning company, and your engine still blows up. Well, congratulations, it's because you didn't build your internals. That's on you. Yeah. However, there are just certain... even if you, got forged internals for your car and, bounced the crank and everything, even if you did all of that, your car would still be less reliable than it was stock.
Always, yeah.
And the more that you do to your car, and the more bells and whistles you add to it, or the more boost you add, or the more you advance, the more advanced your timing is, or whatever, you're going to make your car gradually undrivable, up to the point where it's just track only.
Yeah, think F1.
Yeah, like you can't drive an F1 car on the street. I mean,
exactly.
you can, but not for very long. Or
just
NASCARs. That's another one.
yeah, just those sport racing cars. It's just they keep changing the engines. They don't use the same one because the engine that was used is still breaking. Like, and they have the money to replace it because they I mean, I'm thinking of one sport. I don't remember what it was. Is it drag cars? It might be drag cars. What do they come with? The big wheel and the small wheel? They look pointy as hell.
The funny cars?
The what?
The funny cars?
Funny?
Yeah, they're funny cars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, like those. It's like a subcategory of drag racing,
yeah.
But it's a funny car.
Well, yeah, like that example. I mean, they run it, and that engine's busted. You gotta change the connecting rods, pistons, valve train, components. Like, it's only for one use.
Yeah, it's like the 3,000 horsepower Cummins that I kept on seeing surfacing on the internet. He did a whole coolant delete.
Oh, yeah.
As in, like, he completely got rid of his cooling system. He does one pull, and then he goes, bye-bye.
That's it. That thing cannot be used again.
Like, he tears it down and puts it back together. Or I don't think he tears it down and puts it back together. It's just like, he just can't race for the rest of the night because he's going to overheat the block, and then it's going to warp.
Yeah, I mean, it probably did warp, but if he keeps using it, it's going to warp more. It's a one-time thing. And then you got to change lots of expensive things.
I think drag racing is the worst at this because it's like, sure, there's like weight reduction in the sense of like, yeah, I'll just take out like my dash panels, or I'll take out my door frame, like my door cards and the seats and all that sort of stuff. Drag racing takes it to a whole nother level where it's like, yeah, we're deleting literally our coolant. Like,
yeah,
literally our water pump. We're going to get rid of our water pump.
Just anything that doesn't propel the car.
Anything that
takes weight,
detracts any sort of power will not be in a serious drag car.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things there that are specifically meant for performance and performance only. You wouldn't be able to drive a 3,000 horsepower Cummins to work and back without it overheating.
Imagine. Some lunatic just tries it out.
I mean, you could make it in one pass if it's just a straight road, but I mean, if you got to turn, oh, too bad.
That's it. Heck nah. Oh, I was gonna ask you something, but I forgot. No. There goes me and forgetting stuff. We did see Ford versus Ferrari a couple days ago, didn't we? A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we saw it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
my bike. No. What do you think of it? Was it good?
Well, I mean, I was the one that showed you.
What?
I mean, I was the one that showed you.
What? But that was the first time you saw it, though?
Well, like, kinda, yeah.
Kinda.
Like, bits and pieces.
Oh. Me too. I mean, I saw the fight.
Yeah.
On like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, like llama.
No, fuck you. You do to me. I actually got it right. When we were watching it, I was getting it confused. What was I saying? Crab claw.
the llama.
Llama claw.
Llama claw. Yeah.
It's like, what?
What?
They don't even have claws. Doesn't make sense.
Llama claws.
I was making another recurring joke, but I don't think we can say it.
Yeah.
It would be very PC. Oh, man. How long has this podcast been going on for? I think it's been like 30 minutes? 35? Dang, that's short. I think we're running out.
Yeah, that is short for
time.
a podcast, actually.
Yeah, it's really short.
Because usually podcasts are like an hour and 30 to like 2 hours.
Yeah, we can try to make it for 1 hour.
Yeah, we could maybe.
Oh, I mean, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm worried about the camera, you know. Because I think you're at 20 minutes left for recording time.
Mm-hmm.
That's from when we started. But.
Yeah. I mean, I think the viewers like deserve an explanation on like why we're sitting in these bungee chairs instead of the couch.
No.
I mean, there's no real explanation here. I mean, I like
No.
fall immediately.
They don't need to know.
These.
It's none of their
But-
business.
I mean, they're comfy, and
Yeah.
honestly, we're gonna get rid of this thing. So.
I mean, we need it for car news.
I mean, we'll just have bar stools instead for car news.
Barstools.
Yeah, we'll just have bar stools.
Oh my god, bro! I really like that video.
Yeah, me too, but it has no views.
What's your What's your favorite video Jesus, I can't speak. What's your favorite video that we've posted?
I don't know.
While I bounce. Think about it. While I bounce.
Well, I mean,
Boy,
I like
such
the new. I like the 2 new episodes that we came out with. Those were really well done.
Dude, I really like those.
And really well thought over.
And not just because it's my video. It's about like my car. It's just the fact that like we had fun in it. Not
Yeah,
to
we
say
did.
that we didn't.
We had a lot of fun,
in
but
other
I
ones.
think I like fractured my pinky because this thing keeps on like, the pain keeps on coming back every once in a while.
Oh, does it still?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I think I
Did you
fractured
put-
my pinky.
Did you put ice on it?
No.
Oh my god.
No, because I was still trying to take that fucking steering.
Nah, but you were
thing,
stupid
yeah.
too because you could have hammered it, but you kept trying to.
Well, we both could have done it because we were both trying to do it.
Well, yeah,
so-
no,
yeah.
but when I told you about it, I was doing it. I was turning it when I could and then hammering it when I could.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, I think it's loose enough for us to like do it by hand, and
Nope.
then yeah, that happened. So, I mean, I really don't want it because it's like it's gonna be really big and bulky, and it's just gonna get in the way, and I can't like fit my hands into tight spaces if I can't do that.
Yeah, fat fingers, bro.
Yeah, I'll have like one really fat marshmallow on my finger, and then like regular hand with the rest of that.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't easy working on a car, man. It ain't
Yeah.
easy. And I mean, that one's pretty open. Like, the engine bay's pretty open. Just imagine a tight engine bay.
Yeah.
Heck no. I could not. Nah, but I really like that video.
No,
Really
me
did.
too, me too. I
Another
love that
one-
video a lot.
Another one I like, I think was the SAI one.
Yeah, the SAI one had to be one of my all-time favorites. I mean, there's a reason why it has so many views. I mean, it's just like a really good video.
It is.
Okay. So, where were we?
I don't know, man. We're gonna have to figure this out.
Oh
I might have
God.
to use my other camera.
Oh yeah, the SAI video. Yeah, it was like really well structured, and I mean, there's a reason why we didn't do the whole interviewing process for the rest of them, because the whole idea was we were gonna have 2 cameras. We were gonna have one for the interview, and then one for the actual like video. But we were just trying to get it pushed out. We were just trying to get the stuff done because it was actually a very crucial component that needed to be replaced. And
it was just long too.
it was just really long, and
I mean, how
we
much
also
is it?
needed videos.
It's like 20 minutes, not 20.
Yeah, they were like, I think they were like at least 15 minutes each. I think the first one was like 17.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Your video.
No, I'm talking about the SAI.
Oh yeah, well the
was
SAI video
22
was like
minutes.
22 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're a lot longer episodes, which means a lot more editing, especially with the interviews, because what we do is we look over what we saw, and then we take what we got from the interview, and then we just splice it in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's how
Well,
we usually do it.
If it isn't pretty obvious, we were trying to copy The Office.
Yeah,
It's
to be
pretty-
honest, we were trying to copy The Office, and people actually like that. I did get a lot of compliments from a lot of viewers that they like that style.
Yeah.
It's just hard to do, and sometimes we forget to do certain things, like interviews. And, I mean, we're busy people.
We're on crunch time too.
Yeah, we're always on crunch time. Everybody's got a bedtime,
Yeah.
so... I mean, even I have a bedtime, but I mean, I just set that myself.
We have lives, so.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of things to do. He's got a lot of things to do. Everybody's got a lot of things to do. So, I mean, there's going to be certain components that will be missing, and interviews are going to be one of the first since we do it last. So.
Yep. Yep. Because
Um,
we have to finish the recording, because that's what we're gonna be talking about. So we finish the recording and then we talk about what we did, you know.
Yeah.
So it's got to be at the end. we were, like you said, we were trying to do 2 cameras, where we do it right after something happened. We talk about what happened, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of setup. We're sometimes lacking. We forget to charge the batteries, the microphones. It's a lot.
or like literally, the microphones will run out of battery
Yeah,
while
exactly.
we're filming.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll have to like stop filming, charge the batteries, continue working, and then when we finally get to a part where we actually are able to talk about it, we will grab an extra set of mics or grab the mics that we're charging, and then put them back on, and then continue filming. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we got to think about. I mean, we're trying to do it as efficient as possible. Sometimes we can't do it, but I mean, we try our best. To be honest,
yeah,
both of us. It's not just like one person does more than the other. Like, we all equally do something. We all equally contribute.
yeah. Like every once in a while, you get to pick the font.
Yeah.
No, but like I edit videos and all that sort of stuff. But I actually like edit the videos like every once in a while when I actually get the chance to. I mean, sometimes I'll have to give it to him because I just don't have time.
Like, we have one that has to be edited. We already finished shooting one.
Yeah.
It's the headlight one, right?
Yeah. That one's in the making. So
Oh yeah, it is.
it is technically in the making. It is not. I mean, would we be able to release it by itself right now? No. But do I like the progress that we have? Yes, I do like the progress that we have with it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a lot more technical with stuff. I'm a lot more, like, general when it comes to filming. I just like to throw out, like, what we were able to do, what we're able to get done, maybe a few little funny bits here and there,
Mm-hmm.
and just hodgepodge it together until it makes sense. So, I mean, that's how I edit. I mean, there's no real planning behind my editing style.
I mean, he just started editing. Once we started this channel, it was your first time editing, right?
No, I had like my personal YouTube channel that I tried to like. I mean, I had a personal YouTube channel that I used to upload to, and that was just a little. That was a little different of a story. But I mean, I was using like Final Cut Pro instead of Adobe Premiere Pro.
That's a pretty good software.
Yeah, Final Cut Pro was actually really good. I liked it, but I just didn't know how to use it properly. So
yeah, I mean,
we have my personal channel.
I mean, editing for me, it's always been with me. Like, since a kid, when our schools gave us an iPad, I just right away started shooting with my friends, shooting video. And I just edit. I mean, there were simple edits, like simple cuts and stuff like that. And I mean, I've just been learning the whole time. I think iMovie was one of the apps that I could use on the iPads. They have this like trailer option. I literally just do a trailer on like whatever. They were pretty funny. I wish I still had them, but they were simple. And yeah, I mean, through years I've been learning more and more. That's how I know more about editing. I mean, I don't know if after your channel like you kept continuing to do that.
No.
I mean, you were still pretty like older than me when you started that.
Yeah.
I was like 10.
No, I mean, I knew how to like cut the videos.
Yeah.
Like that's what I knew how to do. I mean, there's a few like more things that I'm just gradually learning how to do.
Yeah, like zooming, scaling,
Like sound cuts or like
sound cuts. like layering an audio over a video that doesn't like really correlate to the audio. Slow-mo.
Yeah.
Speed rampings, they call it.
Yeah.
And then there's also like shortcuts to editing, shortcut keys, Control S, Control V, all that. Like I've been learning that while making these videos, and that's how I've actually, like with the Civic videos, the latest videos, like that was fast. I was like, all right, I'm gonna edit the videos now, and then a few hours later I was like, okay guys, I'm done.
Yeah.
I finished it in one day. Like the first half I didn't do both in one day, but I had already finished it. And
the second half was like made like literally 3 days later.
Yeah, and it was on the same day. Like when I started it, I finished it like on the same day. So I have improved. There's still some like editing, not that other than just cut and then joint two clips. I did when you were dancing like a robot.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot. It took quite a bit of time because I had to move the camera to your movement.
Yeah.
So I had to keyframe every single frame, not every single frame, but every like 2-3 frames, and then that takes time, but. It didn't take that long, because I learned how to use shortcut keys. I bought a mouse, a Logitech G502, wired, that has like multiple buttons, and then I could use those to copy and paste and all that, which helps. You actually got a mouse too.
Yeah.
Recently that has
got the Corsair.
Corsair.
Yeah.
Don't be embarrassed by it. I know a lot of people like those.
No, it's actually a really nice mouse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit overdone, but especially for what we're using it for. I mean, it's cool. I mean, there's no real reason why we need like a gaming mouse or a gaming keyboard or a.
I mean, we're not gaming.
I mean, we're not gaming at all. But I mean, that being said, like editing keyboards are really expensive.
They are. I've been wanting to get one, but they're hella expensive.
Yeah.
I think I found this one company that started doing them. They're like really simplistic. They're like a nine key little square with like a dial. They're like really simple. They just put like a motherboard on a piece of plastic and then the buttons, and that's it. I for some reason couldn't click on the website. I don't know if they are selling them. It might be like some made in China type thing. It's just some cheapo thing, but yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad. I mean, do I think we need more views? Yeah, but I mean, the views will come, and I mean, the views are particularly.
It's not that we need them.
It's not that we need them. It's just that
like we'd like to share.
Yeah.
What we did, like I love showing other people. I like seeing other people's reactions.
Yeah.
I always show my friends things, and
damn.
You're getting sleepy, huh? I mean, it's really late.
It is late. It's past my bedtime. It's
How
time
long?
for me to go memes.
Your eyes are getting watery too.
Yeah.
Oh, how much time are we at? 50. All right, I think we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah, we can call it a day.
Yeah.
Once we make our statement.
Yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about. So there's gonna be plenty more.
Yeah.
Of these podcasts, because I like talking. I like talking to you.
And I mean, for the record, I don't think we deserve more. I think we I just want to be able to share it with everybody. I just like the fact that people are watching our videos and actually enjoying them.
Yeah.
It's always good to have somebody that goes, "Hey, I watched your video a few days ago. I actually liked it," or something like that. I mean, I'm known around my work environments as the guy with the YouTube channel sometimes, but there's like a I don't know. It's always good to be able to show people what we're able to do. There's just a beauty to it, and it's always even better when they actually like watching what we're doing.
Yeah, for me it's the reaction.
I mean, there's nothing worse than the dude that keeps on showing you memes over and over and over again while you're just trying to eat your lunch by yourself.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, like I don't want to be like that type of guy where I literally like am there 24/7. I'm like, watch my video, watch watch this video.
But I mean, we also have to
now.
promote, you know.
Yeah, like
we still have to.
yeah, we still have to promote. It's just like I'm not gonna pay for a bunch of ads to just show up on people's like on everybody's like YouTube before they go on the real video.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not gonna do that. What I am gonna do though is produce good content.
Yeah, that's what I want.
If you happen to stumble upon us, then we're here.
Well, hello.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out our other stuff. It's pretty funny, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never like every single like car YouTube channel is just very basic. I mean, not in a bad way. It's just like very to the point. It's like, yeah, we just dropped the turbo in this thing.
They're more tutorial videos.
We're about to go. It's either very like specific to the thing, or it's very general, but it's just like, yeah, we just put the turbo in it. We're probably gonna head over to the drag strip tomorrow, and we'll see what it runs. And
then it cuts.
It just cuts to them actually going to the drag strip, doing a pull, and then congratulations, a rod got sent into the atmosphere. So that's what the new title of the video is gonna be. I sent a rod into space.
Are you?
So I like
a little too specific there.
Like that. Like that's actually how like I see a lot of like tuning YouTube channels, because like I don't really like to call them tuning YouTube channels because they don't actually tune their cars. They just build them to get tuned. So, I mean, are they really tuners if they're not actually tuning?
No.
Exactly. So, I mean,
it's not just the showing what how to do something on a car. For me,
I mean, I don't like
more
being
sharing the experience.
I don't like being generalized like that.
When we feel the moments where we feel like the anger or frustration of something not going in properly, or just when you get hurt, it's like I want people to see the reaction. Like, I don't know. To me, it's funny, and I like to share that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that we created something that we can both sort of work on. And I mean, it's not even like a 2-man thing. This is not even a 3-man thing. It's a 3-person thing. I mean, it could be more people. We tried to put on more people, but then certain circumstances happened.
Speak of that.
Yeah, certain circumstances happened that will remain nameless, but I mean, there's 3 of us here, and I mean, you don't really get to see the third person because, you know, she's like gotta control the camera. But I mean, we could also get like tripods for that, or like things like that. And I mean,
we lost a tripod today.
We lost a tripod today. I'm kind of mad, but we also needed to get rid of it in the first place.
Oh yeah, that was dookie. I just got it from Best Buy, the cheap, like the clearance section.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to go get another tripod, but also, I mean, we do want to get her involved in more videos. In fact, I always hear
she will be.
I mean, she will be, and I mean, we've always been saying this, like, she will be. We don't know when, but she will. But
eventually, yeah.
I mean, we're currently facing a little bit of difficulties with what she has in store for us, because she actually does have quite the surprise for you guys. And
I mean, I feel like they could tell, because it's been in videos. We'll just say that.
I mean, nobody's asked.
They can find out. Yeah.
Nobody's ever asked.
They can find out for themselves if they want to. Like,
yeah, like we're not. It's not like we're hiding it.
That's more reason to go watch our videos.
It's just sort of hidden in plain sight.
Yeah. We're not gonna fully tell you guys what it is until it's time. But you can tell what it is if you go watch the other videos.
It's sort of like those things where like a writer of like a really popular book would be like, they'll make something really vague, and then a bunch of like the fans will be like, no, it was this, no, it's that, no, it's this. We're just doing the exact same thing. It's like they're fighting over what exactly we're hiding from them, but in reality, it was always there in plain sight.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not trying to leave her out of things. I swear to God, this is a 3-person thing where all 3 of us have to get shit done.
Yeah, if one doesn't do what they were supposed to do, then the whole thing falls apart.
Let's just say I forget to charge the batteries, like, for the 3rd time.
Which has happened.
Which has happened, not once, not twice, but, I mean, we've lost count.
But,
I
mean, like, if someone forgets the SD cards at their house, and they have to go buy another one from Walmart.
Yeah, we've had that happen, like, a bunch of times. I mean, as long as everybody's, like, doing their thing, then it's all good, but also we're trying to be inclusive of everybody. Not by force. I mean, there's no gun to my head, I don't think. There's no gun to my head telling me, like, hey, we need to involve the 3rd person more. We need to involve Isaac more, or we need to be more inclusive of ourselves. It's not about that. It's about the fact that we just do what we feel.
Yeah, nobody's forced.
We just do what's available to us as well.
Yeah.
We all have a role when it comes together.
Yeah. It all just sort of comes together in the end. That's it. That's the episode. Goodbye.
I mean, that's... No, I was going to say, I mean, nothing gets passed without everybody knowing. Like, it's the 3 of us, and, like, say on a video, like, if someone has something to say about it, they'll say it, we'll change it. And if everything's still okay with everybody, then it's out. But nothing that we have put out has not been revised by one of the 3. So we're all included in this.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I do like having a little bit of a guess of what I'm expecting to see, because honestly, you guys may not see it, but I get excited when I watch some of the videos that are produced, because I don't actually get to see the full thing unfolding in front of my eyes and being put down by me. So, I mean, it's always good to, like, see a video and be like, holy shit, this is good.
Or, like, in the moment, too, when we're shooting it, like on the last video, when you got hurt, or when the wrench fell.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. Like, right after we did that, it was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just what I like about the whole dynamic, and I mean, I don't think there's a reason to change it. So,
right.
Technical difficulties again, but I mean, overall, it's just like all 3 of us do actually get to see a lot of it. The thing is, whenever we need help, we're going to ask for it, and we're going to get an answer. Maybe not an answer that we're looking for, or maybe not the answer that we wanted, but definitely an answer that will help us. And I feel like, I mean, there's nobody doing any more work than anybody in this sort of scenario. I mean, for the most part, he edits the videos, and then I'll get to the ones where I'm able to. I mean, all the camera work is done by 3rd person.
You want to show yourself? You shy? Oh, she's shy. She's shy.
Yeah, she's shy.
You can probably hear her.
Don't worry, she'll get plenty of extra camera time when we finally get the ball rolling with.
Yeah, don't be weird, though.
Her surprises.
Don't be weird.
Yeah. So.
Oh man.
I mean, the camera work itself is just a huge thing in itself. I mean, there's a lot of little things that you gotta check. Like, you gotta check your storage, as well as, like,
battery life, lighting, focus,
and then you gotta like
microphone.
rewatch everything before you guys get to shoot again. Like all that sort of stuff. There's so much in just the photography. That's literally why people hire photographers. I mean, if anybody could have a camera, then I mean, we wouldn't have to worry about photography at all.
Yeah. I mean, if it weren't for her, we'd be struggling way more. We wouldn't be pushing out as many videos as we got. We'd probably still be on 5 for all we know.
The cameras, like the camera work, wouldn't be as good either. Like
yeah, it'd just be stationary.
How are we gonna do pans?
We
like
wouldn't
how are we
be-
gonna pan to people?
We wouldn't be able to like show in detail like inside the vehicle while we're talking about it. We just be
It's like those
just
home
have a
videos where it's
stationary
like,
camera.
Well, if you see right here, this is gonna be your oil fill plug.
Yeah, it's just nah. Oh man, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
I gotta go
Yep.
home.
All right. End of episode.
This
Goodbye.
Whoa, this is so abrupt.
Goodbye.
Jesus.
We're done.
No, it's
We're done.
so abrupt. Stop.
Done.
Stop.
We're